Howdy everyone, this is Devin Rose, Catholic convert and lay apologist, and I wanted to offer a video today to help those who are considering becoming Catholic, who maybe want to enter RCIA, to be able to figure out what parish they should go to for RCIA, what parish they should check out if they're just interested in the Catholic Church, and even maybe what priest to talk to. Even though the Catholic teachings are true, there's not there are some people and some Catholics who don't believe in all the Church's teachings, who misunderstand them, etc. And in particular, after the Second Vatican Council, some people kind of went off the deep end or were confused. And so after Protestants look so hard at the Catholic Church, the last thing that we want to do is have them be led astray or confused when they choose to go to a parish. So we're going to look at a few different parish websites and bulletins and see what we can figure out. So here we have St. Thomas Aquinas Cathedral, and there's a picture of Jesus, the Divine Mercy. That's a good sign. Of the Pietà, that's good. And then we have a Catholics for Life kind of banner ad there. Might come and see About Us. And it's pretty small, but it says the sanctuary of the cathedral is itself a sermon on the Blessed Sacrament. So that's a good sign. It's mentioning the Blessed Sacrament. It's talking, about St. Thomas Aquinas too. So that's pretty good. Let's look at now another parish. This is in the same diocese. Notice here it says, "Welcome to Our Lady of the Snows Catholic Community." It doesn't say Catholic Church, but Catholic Community. That can be a warning flag that people at the parish are more concerned about seeking Christ in the community rather than in the Eucharist or worshiping Christ in heaven, etc. And as we read this kind of about statement, community of disciples on a journey of faith, listeners, learners, leaders, nurture and awareness of Christ in one another. So it's not mentioning the Eucharist here. Catholic legacy in the diverse settings of our lives. That's a little bit cause for some concern. Over here with some of the links, there's a National Catholic Reporter. That's not a particularly orthodox newspaper. If I click on About Us, once again we kind of get this diverse settings of our lives stuff, and so this parish has some red flags. This would not be my first choice for a parish to go to for RCIA. They might be a bunch of very wonderful people, but that's a little worrisome. This parish here, St. Albert the Great, once again we have Catholic Community instead of Catholic Church. A little bit of a red flag. We look around and see, what about the About Us? Lifelong faith formation, sacramental life of the Church, centered on the Eucharist, that's good. Respect life from conception to natural death, that's good. Because those are the most important moral teachings of the Church with regard to respect for life. So that's a great thing to see. And if I click on video here, looks like their priest was interviewed for Why I'm Catholic on Catholic TV and EWTN. So that's a good sign there. If we go and look at their bulletin, once again the Catholic Community thing, not the greatest, and pretty standard. So nothing too interesting there. So let's check out this church. Notice St. William Catholic Church. This is actually my old parish in Texas. They're having a talk by Matthew Kelly. It's a really neat and solid speaker. What if we go to, see, the sacraments, reconciliation. Now this is always a good sign. Notice they have the sacrament of confession almost every single day. Anytime you see a parish like that, that's a great sign. Most parishes have it for 30 minutes to an hour on Saturdays, which is a yellow flag. It's a warning flag, though a lot of priests are so busy that they can't do confession much more often than that. So this is a great sign here at St. William's. And looking at this beautiful mural that they have, this is actually part of their church. That's a good sign. Father Rocky's giving a talk. Eucharistic adoration is happening 24 hours a day, so they have a perpetual adoration chapel. Another good sign that this is a very solid parish. Okay, let's switch over to this parish. This website's not very much to look at. This is actually my parish right now. And it's a small parish, and so they don't really have much in terms of information. So here's where we might say, I'm going to click on the church bulletin and read a little bit. Okay, desk of Father Michael, what's he talking about? He's talking about conversion of the different saints. He's talking about prayer for the unborn, because this was close to anniversary of Roe v. Wade. So he's speaking boldly about abortion and the church's teachings on life. So this is a great sign. We got Eucharistic adoration, Pope Benedict's prayer intentions, some kind of catechesis. This is all very good stuff we're seeing here in this parish. All right, so let's look at this parish now. There's another church in my area. You'll notice again we've got the Catholic community, my parish, your parish. So it's kind of like, well, is it my parish or is it God's parish? And the blood drive is front and center. Well, it's great to have a blood drive. It might not be the very first thing you want to see when you go to a church's website. They're promoting the eco stuff, which, again, we're supposed to be good stewards of the environment, but that's a little bit interesting to put on your bulletin. The mission statement, called in baptism, this Catholic community, a welcoming and compassionate people, dynamic and diverse nature of our parish, charity and social justice. So you've got some buzzwords there that are a little bit concerning. Social justice, which when people use that word, should mean all the church's teachings, but often it just means helping the poor through activism. Diverse, again, it's like kind of some multicultural buzzwords. Now they've got some good stuff going on too. They have some marriage classes. That's great. Learn your faith, 3-minute catechesis or something like that. That's good to see. Okay, so they have a link to a blog here, and yeah, so that's all good. Nothing too concerning about that. Now, the way that if you're in a diocese and you're saying, well, I want to figure out how much does I find even the churches in here? Well, I might say, I want to look for Austin, Texas, Catholic churches. And here we go. We have the diocese website. We also have a parish locator. And on most diocesan websites, there's going to be a link to all the parishes. There might be searchable to see what town do you want, etc. By name, by zip code. So you could just say, I want to look at all of the ones in Austin itself. And wow, look, there's a bunch. So now you've found the parishes. They might have a website, maybe not. This one doesn't look like it has a website. We'll head back to the other page. Let's see, what if we go to Dolores? Now we got their website coming up. And it looks like they've let their domain name expire. Usually not the greatest sign in the world. Let's see, what if we go to St. Julia Parish? Try to go to their website. Does their website work? It does, okay. And most of these websites are not that good looking. That's something Catholics are working on. It's a little bit confusing and hard to figure out, what's going on, what they're about. Interested in helping out, take a sneak peek. So for this one, I would look at the bulletin and see if there's something that's interesting. Let's see. Prayer intentions, some missized images of our Lord. Bilingual, so not too much going on there. In any event, you get the idea. So that's a little bit of what you want to look for. all parishes have strengths and weaknesses. None are perfect. And a lot of parishes that may look a little bit wonky on their website still have really faithful and good people there. But especially if you're looking into the Catholic Church, you want to find a parish and a priest especially who is very solid in their faith, who can teach you what the Catholic faith is and not some confused idea. So hopefully this will help you when you're exploring RCIA programs or Catholic parishes to get a feel for which one you should go to. Thanks a lot. God bless.